Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, I am coming in live from the beautiful ATL. It is a beautiful day. Can I tell you how ready for spring I am? Like, I feel like spring is here. Literally, it's just, a couple of weeks away? So, yeah, pretty much it's here. It's here already. Yeah, and down south, we have embraced it. We know. But with the way this weather is around the world, it's like, 1 minute it can feel like the start of a new season, and the next minute it can feel like, winter is still here. So hopefully we are narrowing down our cold days. Yup. Hey, Lamar. Hey, big bro. All right. So I'm coming on real quick because I want to sort of reintroduce myself to some and introduce myself to others. It's a lot of people that come on social media and, and they post videos and they have content, and some people you're familiar with, some people you're not. Like, everybody has something to say, right? So I'm coming on just to talk about who I am and why you should, if you don't know me, why should you listen to any of my content? Why should you watch it? What I'm here for. So to tell you, first of all, those who don't know me, my name is Shay Hope. And to describe myself, I would say, I am an eternal optimist. I am a lover of life. I am a lover of people. Like, I enjoy meeting people. I am a fervent believer in, just connecting with people, like through genuine connection. I am a mother, first and foremost. I'm mom to a wonderful son. And I am a daughter. I am a sister. I am an auntie. I am a cousin. I am a niece. You know what I mean? Family is very, very important to me. I love my family. My family makes me happy. And included in my family are, some of my closest friends, like my tight circle. I consider those people to be family as well, my extended family, because family isn't always blood, right? So family is important to me. And I have the brand name, The Hope Strategist. And my initial, intention for The Hope Strategist was, to really just talk about, tips and strategies on, on life, on, dealing with life. Because life be lifing, as I like to say. I got that quote from Les Brown, and I'm like, it applies so well, especially in this day and age. And I just wanted to really share with other people who might be going through the same things that I'm going through. A lot of us are dealing with a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, most of us are dealing with a lot of things. You think that you are the only person dealing with strife. You think you're the only person that has dysfunction in your family. You think that you're the only person that's dealing with, discord within your own household. You think you're the only person that may not be speaking to a close family member. You think you're the only person that is dealing with an emotional or mental problem. You think you're the only one that's stressed out about finances, or stressed out about your career, stressed out about trying to find a career, unsure about what you're doing, discouraged with your choices when it comes to mate, your mate, like, wondering if and when you're going to, get into a good relationship, things like that, wondering if things are going to get better. And, it's easy for us when we're going through things to feel like we're the only person that's going through things. I was absolutely, guilty of that. For the longest time, for years and years, I felt like my friends couldn't possibly understand the things that I'd gone through. Their life had, no comparison to what I had to deal with, some things that I had to deal with growing up. And the truth of the matter is, we are all more alike than we are different, regardless of race, regardless of socioeconomical background, regardless of, religious affiliation, regardless of, how much money you make, regardless of that, what part of the world you're from, we are more alike than we are different, because life be lifing and it hits us all the same. And there are just certain things that it really doesn't matter where you're from or where you're at or, who your parents are or how many degrees you have. It's gonna hit you, and it doesn't matter what you have going on. So, I was talking to my sister earlier, and we were just, briefly talking about, just the way this world has changed, as far as it's as simple as, going to school is not the safe place that we thought it was and we felt like it was when we were kids. Going to a public outing may not be the safe place that we thought it was when we were kids, as far as going to a concert, going to the movies. This world has changed, okay? A lot of stuff is going on, and it's not easy to deal with. It's not easy to deal with. And quite honestly, the one thing I can say that I really, really love about social media is how we can connect with one another, and you can absolutely talk to or talk through things that are going on, and people can see and hear somebody that they identify with, and the things that are being said resonate within them. And so, that's what social media has done for me. It's allowed me to be able to connect with women and, and some men who can talk about things. Hey, Trinisha, how are you, sweetheart? Who talk about things that I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I was feeling exactly that way. And it's comforting to see and hear how someone got through something. You know what I mean? So the Hope Strategist, started as a brand for, hey, I'm just going to talk about, some tips and strategies on, how to get through life. And that, initially started because, from my pain, from my past emotional and mental trauma, I wanted to have a space where I could relate to people who also went through things, and I could tell them hey, you're going through this, but you are not by yourself. I've gone through some things too, and these are the things that I use. These are the tools that I use. These are the strategies. These are the tips. These are the steps that I undertook in order to get to a place where, I'm not afraid, I'm not bitter, I'm not stuck. Right? Because, we can get stuck and feel like this is where you are. This is it, and what are you going to do? Just pray it away? And it's no, you actually have to, you have to work. You have to do the work, because life is going to keep coming at you. And if you aren't in it to win it, if you aren't here to put up a fight, if you aren't here to change your circumstances, it will just run all over you. And you've got to be in control. Do you want to write your story, or do you want your story to be written by somebody else? So, what I hope to accomplish with my brand, quite honestly, I really do have a passion for helping others. I really And by helping, it can be any type of help. It can be, it can be financial, but that's not the end all be all. Like, some people may not need financial help. Sometimes all a person needs is an encouraging word. And I know how good that makes me feel. Like, I know, how good it felt as a kid, as a child, as a young adult, to feel like so much is going on and you have no control, and to have somebody just speak life into you, how that could change your entire outlook for that day or that week or that month. Like, I enjoy doing that. Okay. My current career choice is, I'm a flight attendant with a major airline based in the US. And I really love being a flight attendant because I enjoy, the flexibility of it all. I enjoy the different people I get to meet every day. I enjoy the different crews I get to fly with all the time. It's like an adventure every time I go to work, because I'm flying with different people, I'm meeting different people. Sometimes I might encounter a coworker that I've flown with already. So it's like, hey, oh my gosh, we're flying together again. Oh, great. And one of the things that I really enjoy the most is when I'm able to make a difference in a passenger's experience with us. You know what I mean? Like, that is awesome when I can bring a smile to their face. Like, let's say they're having a bad day, and let's be honest, everybody's got bad days, and sometimes there's really nothing you can do about it. Like, some people are just going to be upset. But if somebody's having a rotten day, or somebody's going through some emotional turmoil, like maybe they're a nervous flyer, or maybe they're flying, not to, travel and whoop it up and have a good time. Maybe they're traveling to visit, a sick relative, a sick friend. Maybe they're traveling to bury someone. You know what I mean? So we don't know why people are traveling all the time. Some people share and let you know, and, but not everybody does. And I just feel like the connection for me is when I can bring a smile to that person's face, just from how I smile back at them, genuinely smile. And, what I say to them, that might be the kindest word that they hear all day. And that's just important to me. Like, what inspires me and motivates me, what keeps me optimistic, what keeps me pushing every single day is I feel like I can make a difference. Even if it's in just one person's life, I believe that I can make a difference. We're all human beings. No one is, flawless when it comes to their actions. Like, we're all innately flawed, right? And forgiveness is a huge component of living your best life. Like, not only do you have to forgive others, but you really have to forgive yourself. Because, there are things that we have done and we're like, wow, I really felt like I was wrong, or I did that incorrectly, and, or I really messed that up. And while it's okay to admit that, what's even more important is that you forgive yourself for that. And how can you expect to be forgiven if you're not willing to forgive? And you got to forgive yourself. I think, I don't harbor any, ill will or ill feelings toward people, because number one, that just takes far too much energy. And hey, Sheila, how are you? That takes far too much energy, like more energy than what I'm willing to dish out. Like, I feel like it best serves me when I'm happy, when I'm optimistic, when I'm smiling, when I realize like there's bigger things in this world for me to do than be upset with what somebody said or did. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't have anything to do with me. Like, those words were probably the most freeing of my life when I went through a class, and that was one of the things that my mentor said was, it has nothing to do with you. How that person, treated you, did you wrong, was upset with you, did this, ignored you, abandoned you, you felt rejected. It had absolutely nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. And when I internalized that, it was so freeing for me, because I was like, absolutely nothing to do with me, So I just had to really think about what's important now, when, right? So what's important to me now is, making sure that my peace of mind is paramount. That's what's important. That's right. It's them, not me. So, my peace of mind is priceless. It means everything to me. Me being happy, me feeling fulfilled, me being at peace, going after my own success. I don't have to, follow the crowd or do what everyone else is doing, and it's important that you put yourself in an environment and link up with people who are like-minded with you. So, I think that's why I gravitate towards certain people. They're people that I listen to, and like I said, it's a lot of people out there. Social media. It's a lot of people out there. A lot of coaches, a lot of people who are like, they follow me. This is the way. Blah blah blah. And you have to find who has a story or who is resonating with you. You know what I mean? Some of the people who resonate with me, the people who I'm drawn to, who I listen to, are like a Sarah Jakes Roberts, a Stormy Wellington, a Rebecca Lynn Pope, a Marshawn Evans Daniels, men, don't let me leave you out. Some of the men that I also listen to would be like a Bishop T.D. Jakes, a Eric Thomas. I listen to, the late Dr. Miles Monroe. I listen to the late Jim Rohn. Like, those are people who I'm constantly listening to. I go to their YouTube videos, I go to, their social media platforms. And if there's an opportunity for me to go to an event where they are, like, those are the people that I'm listening to, because I've connected with the things that they are saying, but also I feel like they are living what they're saying, because not a lot of people live what they say. You see people get on a stage or get on a platform and they tell you how to live like this and do these things, but then you see certain things and it's like, you're not living the way that you are telling everybody else to live. You're not yourself. I've seen that also. So what's important to me now are people who are authentic, people who are genuine, people who are real, people who don't mind being transparent, telling you their story. And I mean really telling you their story, like telling you not just the good but the bad, but also showing you what they did to get past the hurdle. The things that, and being real about that. So that's what's really important to me. That's why I started building my, my YouTube channel. That's the type of content that I want to share with everyone. I became licensed to sell life insurance with Primerica last year, and I started it with my baby sis, because number one, I know for a fact that life insurance is something that that we as Americans, especially Black Americans, we don't have, and oftentimes it's too late before we start really thinking about it. It's like, you don't think about it until you're in a situation where you don't have it and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish we had a life insurance policy for this relative. Now it's time to bury them. And now everyone's scrambling, trying to figure out how to lay that family member to rest. And that's just really an added burden for family, right? And no one likes to speak about death or think about death, but the truth of the matter is, it's gonna happen for all of us. And for those of us that say, we love our families, which all of us do, it's like, do you really want to put your family in that position where they've not only lost you, but now they have to figure out how to take care of burying you or, laying you to rest. So I felt it was important for our family because, we've had situations where, family members have gone and it's like, oh my gosh, like, what are we going to do? A lot of our oldest living family members are now gone. And so it's like we're the oldest living family members now, you know what I mean? The majority of us. So we've got to start thinking about, what we're going to put in place for our kids. So, that was really important to me, as a person. So, I definitely think everyone should think about what's important to you, like right now, what's really important to you. Who are you listening to? What are you listening to? And yeah, life be lifing, and there are a lot of things in this world that we're just like, oh my gosh, things are so different and it's not the way it used to be. And you can look at it like, doom and, oh, woe is me, or you can look at it like, look, this is the opportunity for me to make sure that me and my family are straight. This is the opportunity for me to make a mark on history. This is an opportunity for me to, set a path, for me to build a legacy for my family. This is an opportunity for me to speak to people. You say you want to make a difference. You say you want to leave. And I'm only speaking to those of you who do. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to make a difference. Some people just want to live their life and, and that be it. But for anyone who truly wants to make a difference, who wants to leave this world better than it was when they came in it, those are the people who I feel like I connect with, because those are the people who have inspired me, like those type of people. So that's those type of people are going to understand exactly what it is that I'm saying. Right, Sheila? Yeah, so, I just wanted to introduce myself to some of you know me, and, and some of you don't. And for those of you who know me, you may not have heard this from me. You may not have understood why I started, my brand, my YouTube channel, The Hope Strategist. And for those of you who didn't, here we are. So I just want to say blessings and abundance to everyone. I want to tell everyone to, life be lifing, but you have absolutely all the control over how your life can look. You can set yourself up to win. Absolutely set yourself up to win. It's only about making a decision, okay? And that decision has to be made every single day. You got to get up every single day, pull your pants up, put your shoes on, and get ready to grind. All right? So have a wonderful day, everyone. Blessings and abundance, and I'll see you soon. Bye.